Most people believe they lack motivation, when in reality they lack trust in themselves, because every time they set a goal and abandon it, they quietly weaken their own identity. And over time, the mind learns that its own words cannot be taken seriously. So discipline becomes harder, confidence becomes artificial, and effort begins to feel pointless. Not because the person is incapable, but because their internal authority has been eroded through small broken agreements. And this is why the most powerful shift you can make is not working harder, thinking bigger, or setting more ambitious goals, but learning how to consistently keep small promises to yourself, because every time you do what you said you would do, you reinforce a signal inside your nervous system that says, "My decisions matter." And that signal compounds over time into self-respect, emotional stability, and quiet strength. So the first practical step is to stop making grand plans that require heroic motivation, and instead design commitments that are so small they feel almost unreasonable to skip, such as 10 minutes of focused work, 1 page of reading, 5 minutes of physical movement, or 1 deliberate moment of planning each day. Because consistency is built through reliability, not intensity, and once that foundation is in place, the next step is to build visible proof of your follow-through by tracking your promises in a simple way, whether through a notebook, calendar, or digital list, so that your brain can see evidence of your reliability accumulating over time, which strengthens your identity as someone who finishes what they start. And alongside this, you must learn to renegotiate promises consciously instead of silently abandoning them, meaning that if circumstances change, you deliberately revise the commitment rather than letting it collapse, because this preserves internal trust and prevents subconscious self-sabotage. And another critical practice is to eliminate vague goals in favor of precise behaviors, since get healthier creates confusion, but drink 1 full bottle of water before noon creates clarity, and clarity reduces resistance. And when resistance does appear, as it always will, the solution is not to fight it emotionally, but to move mechanically, by executing the smallest possible version of the task until momentum returns, because action precedes motivation far more often than motivation precedes action. And over time, this system transforms discipline from something you force into something that feels natural, because your identity shifts from someone who tries into someone who follows through. And this identity becomes a stabilizing force that carries you through stress, doubt, boredom, and uncertainty, allowing you to operate with calm consistency while others rely on bursts of willpower that inevitably collapse. And as this pattern strengthens, you begin to experience a deeper form of confidence that is not based on external validation or emotional highs, but on the quiet knowledge that when you decide to do something, you will do it. And this knowledge changes how you speak, how you think, how you plan, and how you move through the world, because self-trust is the foundation of every other form of success.